Sorry about that.
I mean, he does look just like his father.
How are y'all doing today? Good. Thought I'd bring in some of the other important
look like the
people
dad.
in the operation.
Absolutely. Big
follow
boss
me.
or so.
Well, yeah, clearly.
But, all right. Michael, so John was telling me a lot about you.
Yeah,
He said you're studying agronomics.
yeah.
State school?
Looking at ag biz up to South Dakota State. Looked at Iowa State, but just South, SDSU looked like I just really liked the professor there. So
I think it was a girl.
she was a good-looking professor.
I went to school in Europe originally, and I came back for a girl, so I understand you.
Yeah, there you go.
But
There you go, Dad.
I graduated from a ag school myself.
Okay.
Texas A&M. So
No, I'm just really lucky. Get to my parents are supportive, and I'm hoping to bring some technology into their world. So.
well, it's super awesome. Your dad very much wants this farm to do well so that you can eventually take over. But if you don't mind, I would love to kind of tell you what I would like to talk about today, kind of cover my agenda for the day. And so I would love to go over, recap for y'all exactly what we talked about, make sure things are as they were, and there hasn't been any changes since the last time we spoke, as well as
Other than our appearance.
as well as suggest some management practices that I think can really improve the potential yield of your farm. That sound good? Okay, just want to make sure we have the whole group here when it comes to taking a step forward. Is this the dream team, or are we gonna?
Well, I've got Jeff, my buddy, who's my independent agronomist, but
Okay.
he doesn't. This is the core team for the family.
Okay,
business.
awesome. So Jeff. All right. Well, I'd love to recap. We talked about 1,200 acres.
That's right.
65, 45. Is that right? 60, 40.
Mostly corn, yeah.
Okay, mostly corn. And you're really looking to not modernize, but kind of dig into some new technologies.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yeah, I want to stay on the cutting edge so we don't get on the wrong side of the balance sheet.
Yeah, absolutely. My dad always told me that. And then you talked about really wanting to reduce input costs because
Yes.
input costs are getting more expensive for growers every day, and price per bushel is not going up.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. And then want to make sure that those two are good. Awesome. Well, I would love to kind of ask Michael and Wendy a couple of questions just because we talk.
Understandable. Yeah. Awesome.
But first of all, Michael, do you have any interest in taking over this farm? I know your dad really wants you to. But
Yeah, I do. Someday, I plan on maybe working for a few years after I graduate college. But I'm really looking to bring some technology. I've looked at and really understood how this technology in the Prescient system is going to benefit our operation. So it's really to me about kind of educating my parents on different things we can try. I'm like you. I feel like we need to adapt. Prices are pretty constant the last 20 to 30 years, and input costs continue to go up. So utilizing new technology and showing my parents how we can utilize this information to increase our profitability is really something I'm trying to do. So anything we can do to showcase new things we can try that would increase ROI on the farm, that's a good day to me.
Okay, so I mean, that's super cool to me. We're on the same wavelength in regards to modernizing and whatnot. But it's super cool that you understand the implications of not getting on that horse and really taking care of not getting behind the curve and seeing that these input costs can really put farmers under.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really trying to again focus on some new management practices. So this whole systems approach, whether it's nitrogen or fungicide, is really going to help guide some of the conversations me and my mom and dad have.
Awesome. Well, I would love to. First of all, I'd love to recap for y'all exactly what I presented to John in the last meeting, as well as show you some new things regarding some things that I think would be really cool regarding maybe management practices.
Okay.
Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'd love to show y'all. Okay, so the press-on system is a 3-step system. We'll give you a quick overview. So forget this one, that's 4, but I promise it's 3. You have the press-on, you have the short corn, which is exactly as it's named. It's shorter corn that's going to really help with those green snaps. We've seen the field tests around 80% reduction of green snaps in aggressive land. And then we have our field view. Our field view is going to be a really big helper in managing those input costs. So you're going to be allowed to see with the actual field view exactly what is going on with your farm through a drive, which is a little puck that you can move around all your machines freely. You don't have to buy multiple. So what you're going to see, in the way this will help with your input costs is where you have high yield and where you have low yield is very easy to see and very easy to allocate exactly where you want to use those seeds. So you're not wasting 36,000 seeds per acre in an area that has no need for 36,000 seeds per acre. The last thing is our tailored agronomic support. You're going to get full access to Bayer's team of agronomists, as well as the people who pioneered this seed. The really cool part about that is, you could talk to John, who's a super smart agronomist, but John didn't actually engineer this hybrid. So we know exactly how it works, and you have access to the people who did pioneer it. Something that will be really good in cutting down those input costs is also, you told me about, so the corn in Iowa gets about 7 foot tall. About 12 foot tall, is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, generally.
In Texas, it's way short. But what this short corn's going to do for you is going to allow you to get that hanky in there all season round. What that's going to do is you probably put a lot of input costs into your pilot who comes and dumps fungicide in your field, as well as not having exact control of when that happens. Maybe that pilot's busy, maybe the exact window you need you can't hit. That short corn will allow you to get in there with your sprayer or your Hagie and get those get those fungicides applied exactly when you need them. Also wide drops, but I am getting that a little later. Let me check here, make sure we're on time. Is there any questions y'all have for me regarding this?
These guys are the field view experts. I mean, he got me off the cliff on adopting the whole thing, and my wife's going to be inputting a lot of it. So I'm just the grunt. If they feel good about that digital piece, then I'm happy. I'm more interested in making sure that the practices we implement are going to have a positive impact on our line.
Okay. Well, then I would love to suggest to you a management system that I think is going to really improve y'all's potential yield.
Okay.
So the management system is sorry, I can't think of the name. It is in-season applications. And so this with the way this plays into y'all is the way that this plays into this is that short corn. So it's going to allow you to not only late season, but also mid-season, you'll be able to get. Let me give you a better example. Anyone can apply nitrogen at the beginning of the season, but to be able to get in late season and apply, a necessary nitrogen whenever it might really benefit your plant is something that most people in Iowa specifically don't really have the ability to do. So that is going to really help improve y'all's yield in this field.
So do I need to get a different setup for my Hagie to be able to do that?
No, sir.
Okay. And I'll be able to make sure that I mean, there'll be a way to track how that pays off then?
Absolutely. So with our field view, you're going to get a comprehensive analysis. It'll be digital. So Most farmers opt to plug into an iPad, so you'll plug.
Yeah, I got one. They just bought me one. I'm just gotta figure out how to use it.
Awesome, perfect. So you'll plug your drive into that tractor, and then plug that drive into an iPad. And as you're going through, the tractor will tell the drive exactly what's going on and exactly how many bushels you're getting. And then from satellite, you'll see biomass and other indicators of how well your field is doing, and help us prescribe or give you prescriptions on exactly what you may need to do.
Okay.
Well, I know I'm excited to try this, and I think Mom and I are still trying to teach Dad what an app is, but I like the potential.
Don't worry, I'm here for you.
But so
If I can teach 2-year-olds, I can teach you.
We'll see. I'm pretty thick.
So I believe we discussed 50 acres.
Yep.
I would be super excited to really getting into that and starting you with that 50 acres.
Yeah.
If that's something you're still interested in and the team likes it.
Yeah. If you, I mean, open to your. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.